Gold. Why I love gold. First of all, it's very volatile. It looks like it's starting to trend. We get this pump and it dumps. It pumps, pulls back, pumps again, takes a dump. Okay, another pump and dump. How do you navigate this and come out in front? I'm going to show you something that I think is pretty special. And we're going to just focus on this eyeball section here. And I want to just quickly explain, then we're going to go down to the 1 minute time frame. So what we're on at the moment is the 1 hour. And we're going to look for these areas here where the market finds value. So you get a high and low of the value range. Value as in it's fair value, a balance area. Buyers and sellers agree on the price, more or less, with some exceptions here and there, right? A bit of volatility. Let's just go to a 1 minute chart. I'm going to show you just this area around here where this the eyeball is. Let's just look at that. Okay, 1 minute. What you want is something like this. And I think I marked it up. Let's just have a look. Where's the markup? Yeah, there it is there, right? Okay, I'm going to take that out. And we've got this yellow, the high and low here, this yellow zone. And the other thing we get with this is the opportunity to trade the range. Let me explain something. A trend, okay, kind of does this, more or less. I mean, this is a picture perfect, okay. It's trending up. It'll expand and retrace. And what I'm looking for more than anything is like the higher time frame could be heading in that direction. And so we want the opportunity when this range happens on the pullback. And have a look at this yellow zone. I'm just going to, okay, point it out. That's the high and the low. Consider that is this. The best opportunities come when, well, have a look at these signals here. See these green signals? The highest probability is, now when you poke under here, given that the higher time frame is bullish, you have this move underneath this range. Okay, it trades up, and back. Okay, so it trades up, comes back, more opportunities. Now, if you want to, you can counter trend, right? So you've got a situation where this is more or less a Wyckoff model where you get a range and at some stage price will come under and take out, like this is bullish, take out sell side liquidity here and then it runs. But the thing is, through this range, you're going to get areas where it dips under a few times. So that's okay. So what we do here is we trade this range, and it's called fading the value area. This is a value area through here, value area, area of value, fair value. When it breaks out, you get a fair value gap. If fair value gap, you've probably heard that term. So there's fair value, and then there's a fair value gap until it finds another value area, okay, where it's fair value, where buyers and sellers agree on price. It's auction market theory. Right, so you get these expansions, retraces, and the opportunity around these areas where it pulls back. That's what we're looking at here. So we get a P, which is coming off this. This is the Scalp Master indicator, and this one here. Now, when there's a fair value range, we want the opportunity at the base in a bullish trend. So assume that the higher time frame, well, you can see here, is bullish. All right, so the highest probability, see the 2 hour and the 4 hour here say green, the highest probability are going to be these opportunities. Now, you can take the risk and counter trend the range, but just understand that when it's ranging, at some stage it's going to break out, and you can counter trend trade that. All right, let's just assume the high and the low. I prefer to only just buy at the base because at some stage, given that it's bullish in the higher time frame, it's going to do that. It's going to Right, it's going to do that. So the risk is if you counter trend, let's say it pokes its nose up here, or even here, it just gives a little shallow kind of a move here, and then it continues on up. That's the risk if you take a counter trend short in a bullish trend. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at how you can trade this. This is gold. This is the, that's the New York session right here. And it goes back. I think there was an eyeball. Oh, here we go. Look, yeah, this is the London session, and it's range bound. We've got the yellow. All right. Now, there's two things here. Look, we can counter trend trade it, as I mentioned there, P for pulse, and also this. This is the fade back into value. This is the fade back into value up in here. But we can go so many steps further with this if we include this indicator here. So this will also give you a value area high and low. It's a blue shade, okay? The other one is a yellow shade. So we can combine both of these, and let me just show you how powerful this is. We'll hit replay, and let's just start here. All right, this is how you would do it. And I'm going to suggest that you gain access to these indicators. It's free to try. You can try this, all right? See these two red signals here? Let's just take all the drawings out. Well, that was a fade back down into here, so that worked. But here is a much better option. Just play this and I'll show you how you can completely smash these markets. All right, we just wait. Okay, hold it right there. See this? The combination of that and the P. Yeah, also that. So this is counter trend. We know that. See this here? This is telling you the higher time frame is bullish. And this here is telling you that the higher time frame is bullish. The daily, not so, but we're interested in mainly the 4 hour and the 2 hour. So we want to run with this blue. This is a VWAP. See this here? This is it's an institutional momentum line telling you that big money is invested long at this point. And then we've got the smaller version of the same. So ideally, you really want to be buying when this, especially here, look, see this? And the break above these two here, you've got both of these momentum lines here. This is a very strong signal. Okay, so there's a lot involved with this, but it's not difficult. You just follow the lines. If they say it's going up and you see that. So what you're doing here is you're fading back into the value area long. You can see the shaded zone, and I'll take that out. Look, see the yellow shaded zone? So that's the volume profile value area, but you've also got the VWAP value area. And we are, well, we're trading with VWAP on a bullish break into the value area on the volume profile. Okay, so that's trade number one. And now you know that this is trending up, but you're going to take the risk and counter trend trade it based on, this is the Nexus scalper down the bottom. And up here, this P is the scalp master. So you can take that trade. And you can also, this F here is a fade back into value. So you can take the next red signal, the next red candle. You can target the bottom of the value area. But I would say take 60% off at 1R in this market. It's so volatile. So you can just measure 1R. Just use the buy and sell indicator thing here, and that'll there's 1R. I've got a thing that I've set up, and I'll show you that. Look, and you can copy this if you like. This is just the trend-based fib extension indicator, and you can stop the video and copy what I've done here if you like. That's these are 1R, 2R, 3R, 4R. So that's just measuring the distance. All right. Okay. So there's a 4R gain down into here if it travels that far. Anyway, we'll just continue on. I'll show you this. So we're looking mainly because this is bullish, as you can see the blue line under here. So we break down under and then stop it right there. Woo. Okay. This is a little bit tricky because this one's crossed under. You want that to turn around. But you can take the risk. We don't know if that's going to travel further south. It could do. Right? You can take the risk, but the thing with this is This is the fade into value strategy. See the yellow zone here. This is a VWAP. I'm sorry, volume profile. Let me just explain something about this value area strategy, right? Price will generally do that, and then at some stage it'll do that. So whenever it breaks under, like here, we look for the opportunity to take the trade, from the base back up to the high. Okay, there's the break from the high. We trade back down to the low of this. So we're looking to range trade this, and then at some stage it'll break out. When it breaks back into, see here, CDVAL, that's current day value area low. CDVAH is current day value area high. You've got these two extremes. So when it breaks back into the value area, you can take that trade, especially when the higher time frame's doing that. But understand there's risk, and that can happen, right? Most of the time you're going to get away with this and come out ahead. So we could take a trade here, long, especially off this signal when it breaks in here. As soon as it comes back and retests, okay, let's go long there, see how it goes. And the other signal, let me just stop this for a second. You want to include the VWAP. See how we're under VWAP? That's risky. You might want to wait until it's above VWAP. And the other thing you can do is you can grab this anchored VWAP. So this is a full trading system, guys. This is a trading plan, strategy. Throw an anchored VWAP under here. Yeah, you want to be above that. But more important, grab another one, chuck it in here. Okay, there's two of them there now. So you want to be above these, but yeah, more important, you want to be above that blue one. Now see this blue dotted line that's coming down, right? So I've actually jumped the gun here. This blue dotted line here, you want price to be above it, and especially above that. Then that's really where you'd like to get involved, I reckon. Anyway, I'll just play it and see how it goes. All right, stop right there. This is actually the confirmation that you need. This signal. This is the Nexus Scalper. So I did jump the gun. Okay, so I just went in as soon as it broke on that signal here, back into value, right? But this here gives you the go ahead. You can close 50% of this, pull your stop loss up, and then open a new trade on this signal here. So on this green, see the green hashtags? They're alerts as well. You take that trade, and you go long. Trading gold, just focus on gold. Now, this is all new, guys. The Scalp Master, the Nexus Scalper, 1 minute time frame. It's only a week old, right? Really. And I mean, this is my solution to the volatility that's just been smashing everybody. I'm going to suggest to you, and this is what I did last week with this, as I'm also exploring this, is when you open a position, go long, on this green hashtag, you can set that green hashtag signal if you want that to go off. Stop loss just under the low. And I mean, at 1R, you're going to secure 50 or 60%. Target the high of the value area, at least 5R. And what's this one back here? Look, 6, 7R. This one here, look. Okay, 4R. But if you've got a tighter stop, that increases your profit. These P signals will really give you momentum, and so will this. And I think the idea with gold is to just set a really tight stop behind it. And you'll lose a couple here and there, that's fine. But what you gain from these far outweighs the loss. Now, you see how this was red, the candles are red? Stay with it. Oh, and here's another thing. Look, see this indicator here? Have a look down here, right there. Oh, yeah, and that's another thing. That yellow line is it's a VWAP as well. You want to take notice. Now that's a strong support zone. Anyway, have a look at the where I've got the this circle, right? I'm going to switch it on. See the dots and the crosses? Switch it off. It's a trend channel, and it gives you your stop loss level, and it also gives you your take profit. So you've taken, say, 60% off here. Maybe 50% if you're trading futures, right? So you're just going to go in at 2 contracts. Take 1 contract off, or if you're trading Forex, I like to take 60% off at 1R. That's 1R, same distance from the stop loss down, okay? And then follow it until I mean, you've got a dot there, but you've got another dot down in here. And the yellow line is also a higher time frame VWAP. So you want to take notice of that. So that's where you close this trade. Okay, if you manage this well, that turns into 5, nearly 6R. So let's just continue on. It trades to the high of the value area range. See how it's all trending up here? You really want to stay with this. And don't open a trade mid-value area. You ignore these. You want to get in at the bottom of the value area, right here. Stop. Okay, mainly this the yellow one. So ignore any signals mid-value area here. That's a golden rule. So always look to trade up from the base or down from the top. So you've got this signal here. Well, you got two of them, that one and this one. So let me show you how that works. Bring on the VWAP again. This one here, well, you may have got involved with that, but you really want price to come back down to the base. See this one? Go long. As soon as it trades above this blue VWAP, take that trade. All right, now, if you took this one back in here, you might have got caught out with this dip under if you had a tight stop. That'll happen. I mean, you'll probably do that, right? Yep, let's just assume you took that one with a tight stop. Okay, so you lose one. See, it dipped down to the bottom of the value area, down in here, value area low. So that's why I prefer not to get involved sort of midway through the value area. I really like to see it drop all the way down. And preferably, you get this F, it's called a fade. Okay, it's fading, it's reclaiming value. That's when it breaks through, back through, it's broken through under, see the F? It breaks back into the value area and closes above. That's when you get that. That's a great signal, that one there. Pulls back in, yeah, and then you're away. Anyway, I mean, it's not complicated. I mean, it is, but it doesn't have to be. Just a few, like you've just got a checklist of things to follow. Value area, low, bullish trend, take these buy signals. That's it, okay? That's all you got to do. Follow and look, you follow these lines. When it gets above, we trade long. Keep going. Now, you can trial this, and at some stage, you know, it'll continue up. There's a fade back into value. See, it's bullish. The higher time frame is bullish, so you want to be careful with these counter trend. That one worked. It gave you something, but they're not all going to give you, well, we'll just stop it there. This is why I'm saying, like, if you take the risk and go counter trend with that, just, it's going against everything. All the VWAPs are heading north. So you decide to take a risk on the fade back in, and you could just take it right there. It's not an easy gig, but then you get this red signal and the red hashtag. Stop loss on the you'll see little red dots. Well, that one, see, it reached 2.5R down into these. See the yellow VWAPs that we drew from before? So that's all going to act as support and resistance. You could even throw another VWAP on this low. See here, look, it hit that, and then it bounced off it. Counter trend, yeah, scary. But anyway, you definitely build your account on this if you follow the rules. See the red dots? That's your stop loss there. Follow that down. There's no indication of where to exit this, and everything is bullish. This is bullish. This is bullish, right? So you're going against the grain. Anyway, you've closed 60%. That's already profitable regardless. And then the stop gets taken out, no problem. This down in here is the one you want. Look, see that? Now we know the higher time frame is bullish. You can take the risk and enter here, or you can wait for the candles to turn green. Well, let's take a risk, because that could travel further south. I mean, look, smart money decides they want to run the stops, and this is what I was talking about before. When you get a value area, this is a Wyckoff concept here. I'll show you this. Just ignore all that. So you're trading, pulls back, you get that, and then at some stage you might see something like that. You don't know if this is actually going to dip further down. So one of these is going to take a bit of a dive under here. So you've just got to be careful that you don't get caught on that. In any case, we'll take this trade and see how we go. There it is. Look, see, there you go. Well, I got caught. That is exactly what I was talking about right there. So it dips under. Yeah, you don't know when that's going to happen. That's the run on liquidity, guys. They hit one, and then that happens. If you get taken out on that, don't despair, right? Just let it go and move on and see the P, see this in here. All right, so this is actually the Nexus Scalper, and this is the Scalp Master. You take that trade. Now, what I did before was I was just running off these fade back into value. So we hadn't seen that. That came in after this liquidity run. When you see that and that, you jump in. And you can see there's a little green dot right there. That's your stop loss level. Or you can just go under the previous low. But, there's your green dot right there. And then that took off, reached about 4R. You're closing 50% early. And then pull your stop loss up at least halfway here. And then if it gets taken out, that's profitable. And at some stage, this will start to trend. It may or may not be here. I don't know. I can't remember. But it'll break out of this value area. And, oh, here we go. Look, there you go. It starts to make a bit of a move. So, just depending on how well you manage that. But understand that there's a lot of volatility in the markets. I mean, that's 10R plus. Somewhere up there, like 12R. Okay, it trades all the way up. Then it turns around and it's volatile. That's the volatility. That's what we're up against. Big money is working this to their advantage. But look, here's the thing. If you stick with mainly these alerts, well, that one there, not so. This one gave you a little bit, but that's again, remember, this is against the trend. And at some stage, it's gonna continue up and give you so how many times do you want to be taking a counter trend trade in a bullish trend? That's the question. I mean, you can and you'll make money, but you will get caught out with some of these when it breaks through the value area and goes into potentially price discovery. But in this case, well, it did, right? And then it found value here and then it broke under. It's volatile. But anyway. Take them counter trend if you like, understand the risk, because some of them are going to really pay. And then look at all these green signals. So you want this trend line here. I mean, you've got these going on, but see, while this is still trending down, you might want to avoid that. Wait until this blue dotted line starts to trend up. You see that? That's the difference, guys. So really go with this line that you see here. Run with that. And, you see prices starting to range. That's a micro value area. Okay. You can get that on the small time frame. When it starts to break out here with that signal there, and these turn green. Well, we get above this. That's it. It's really not that difficult, but this is a scalping system that you can definitely, and I'll show you something. One of our members sent this to me. He's been really aggressive with this, I have to say. His note here. Not even 24 hours, best indicator ever. Okay, so he sent me these screenshots. I think he's trading here. He's crypto, right? He's got it all happening here. These are his trades. And, in 24 hours, he's made like $2,500. You can see this is just a spreadsheet of all of the... Okay. That's a day's trading for him. I'm not going to recommend that you go in with big lot sizes and try to do this. Now, this is a member that's been with me for a long time. He got his hands on the indicators 24 hours. Okay, so he's got experience. He's obviously confident. And, that's $2,000 a day if he continues on this trajectory with these indicators. Good job. Now, look, if you're starting out and you're a little bit... Even for me, I've been trading for a long time, and I'm starting off, we've only had these going for the week. I'm trading 0.01 lots, and this is what I want to explain to you now. This is free to trial. You can check it out. Go to anthonyfx.com, and you'll see the link, join VIP. Snap it up. You're not billed. And then it's only $29.95 after that per month at the moment. It's a launch special. But anyway, what I want to say to you is the psychological aspect of trading is really important. And what happens is you get gung-ho with this thing. You get overconfident, you've made a few trades and, you've been profitable. And then you decide to go in with one lot size, or you're risking, 1% of your account per trade. I absolutely don't recommend you do that. And the reason why is this is important. This is one of the most important aspects of trading, what I'm about to share with you. So I would say, write this down, guys. This is absolutely critical. When you go in with big lot sizes, and even here, right? I'll show you this. Let's say you took this trade here and you entered there, and you got your tight stop, right? See this? You've gone in with a big lot size, and immediately after you enter, look what happens. It's more than halfway to this level here, your stop loss. You've gone in here with a big lot size, and this is where you get emotional. You start sweating, you panic, you get stressed through this area here. And as a result, you can't think straight. There's stress involved, there's anxiety, guys, while this is in drawdown. And you make rash decisions. You think, oh my God, this is going to take me out. I'm going to close it here. You do stuff that you don't want to do. And that's when you open up a trade and you risk too much. That's the psychological side of trading. You get emotionally involved and then you stuff up. I've been there too many times. Start this, and this is highly recommended. Only trade 0.01 lots to start with, and see that you're profitable with it. There's no risk. You're risking like 50 cents or something. I don't know, whatever, like it's tiny. And just trade one instrument. Don't try to trade. There's a signal on here and there's one on this one. There's one on the euro dollar, the pound dollar. Don't do that. Just stick with one. Stick with the euro dollar or stick with gold. I would say, just try the euro dollar. It's got very tiny spread. Oh, and the other thing you need is an account with minimal spread. Now, if you go to the website, there's a link to Fusion Markets. If you click that link, it'll give you the opportunity to open a Fusion Markets zero spread account. The commissions are small and it's really good. Okay, now I'm trading. This is actually on here. This is a Fusion Markets account that I trade on here. I've got some really good stuff to share with you from this point onwards. You can do so much with this, but let's just come back. I'm going to show you something else. I'm going to show you how you can multiply this, how you can really leverage with this. All right, stay tuned. It's coming up shortly. Let's just come back to 0.01 lots, zero spread. So you can jump in here and set very tight stops with 0 point, all right? And the reason why we do this is because there's no stress involved. If you're risking 30 cents or something, you know what I mean? There's no risk. It doesn't mean anything. 50 cents, right? It doesn't matter. You get consistently profitable. Just trade one session and make money doing that. Get ahead, make $5. Okay. Then trade the next session, just always at the session open. We're going to talk about prop firm accounts in a minute as well. Each session open, do this 0.01. And then when you see that you're consistently profitable, go then to 0.02 lots. And that'll give you the opportunity to perhaps close 50% and leave 0.01 on the table. Guys, just trust me on this. If you do this, this will help you develop into a consistently profitable trader. Absolutely. When you get confident with your system and you can see that on the small lot size you're making money, 0.05, okay, 0.1, one lot, away you go. Go to town. As long as you're consistently profitable. As soon as if you have a losing streak for whatever reason, and you lose confidence, just come back to this and start again from 0.01 and work your way up. That's all you got to do. Yeah, there's some red signals up in here. There's a red Nexus scalper here. Take a short at the higher the value. You can see that. So what you can do with this is you can trade Forex, CFD, XAUUSD gold. Just focus on one. Try not to spread yourself out over these. You get overwhelmed with too much going on. And here's another thing too. Oh, there's so much we can talk about, guys. Yeah, I mentioned this earlier. What you can do with this is you can have this chart open, trading your Fusion account, Fusion Markets account on here, a live account if you like. Then you can set this account up in a program like Duplicium or Traders Connect, copy, and set this needs to be a Fusion Markets C Trader Trading View account. Zero spread if you want to trade in Trading View here. Fusion Markets C Trader, zero account. So you set that up in here and you trade it. That can be a live account. And what you can do is you can set this account up in Trade Copy Program, Duplicium, right, as the master account, and then connect multiple prop firm accounts to it. So you trade XAU, if you like, or, it might just be euro, dollar, whatever you prefer. And this is how you trade on your prop firm accounts. But you need to make sure that the prop firm allows copy trading from a personal account to the prop firm account. That's all. Just send them an email and ask them if they allow that. And the other thing that you can do with this is use all of this, use the signals, trade it on here, trade a live account, trade a CFD prop firm account, and Tradeovate. I have 3 accounts at the moment with Lucid Trading. This is a futures prop firm. Have that open. Right, make sure you're on MGC, micro gold futures. Okay, so I trade micro gold on, this is one of my accounts. But what you can do in Tradeovate is I've got 3 Lucid Trading accounts connected in here. And this is a group, 3 of them running. If you actually go to Ninja Trader, which is, they own Tradeovate, you can trade multiple prop firms like this through Ninja Trader. So you could have 10, 20 of them running, right? So, you've got 2 screens running here. Okay, you got your micro gold over here, futures. And I like to use a combination of my signals, my alerts, okay, 1 minute chart, and over here, 1 minute. And you can keep an eye on the cumulative delta. That's a pretty good combination. This has also got a volume profile, but it's not showing. I've set this up in my templates. Anyway, and yeah, happy days, guys. Okay, you get this signal here. There's a P here, for example. I don't know where the equivalent was. It must have been here. And just keep an eye on the delta on Tradeovate. Open this trade short, and then just hit sell market here. And you can just watch both of these at the same time. Very easy to switch between these 2 charts. Different. This is futures. I prefer trading futures, to be honest. Okay. That was my main thing years ago. All I did was trade futures. And I mainly got into Forex because with this, what I'm doing now, most people want Forex signals. And futures was a little bit difficult for a lot of people. Here we go. Look, this is the equivalent here, I think, by the looks of it. Yeah, if we do that. Yeah, then I kind of got out of trading futures and just focused on Forex for a while. I think that's kind of here. But yeah, I'm getting back into trading futures again, and I'm really enjoying it. There's very, very, very small spreads with futures. You're looking at 1 tick, maybe 2 at the worst case scenario. 2 ticks, it's nothing. But Fusion Markets, 0 spread. You will need that for gold. So you get, you got that signal here, and then you get you get the P here and all that. So this here looks like the equivalent here. So you get this move under here, and the delta starts turning red. You've got negative bearish divergence on the delta. You've got bearish divergence on our indicator. So this is a winner when you've got all of this going on. So this is a cumulative delta. I've got cumulative delta here as well. It's a different one. This one's the delta histogram. And I've got another one here that gives me, see these red and blue? The red is telling me that there's a negative divergence with the orders. So it's just extra confirmation when you get that along with that and this, it's a lot of fun, guys. So, you know, you can connect this account up to multiple prop firms through trade copy, and then you could be trading multiple, accounts on your futures, and yeah, go big, make a difference. You know, we're up against AI and all the algorithms and whatnot, but this is a system that is working. So just to give you a heads up, on the website anthonyfx.com, I want to show you this. There's 2 weeks from the time of this video. Here's what you get. Silver level. Okay, full access to Discord VIP with all the mentorship, trading view indicators, including a Scalp Master and Nexus Scalper. At the moment, it's $29.95. It will be going up to $49.95 in 2 weeks. Now, here's something really special. The gold level VIP gives you access to Telegram, copy-friendly trade signals with precise entry stops and take profit, but you have the option to connect your Forex account to our Forex account management and our gold bot under this package, gold level VIP. This was originally $80 a month and it went down to $59.95. Now we're offering it for $49. This is just a 2-week special while we are in the launch period of this Scalp Master indicator package. I'll show you what this looks like. Gold bot. Okay, so you get all of this for only $49.95. So the gold bot has a solid 2-year history, averaging 7% per month. Got the spreadsheet. We've decided from April to show you the actual trades. This is on a $1,000 account results. Okay, you can do a bit of a calculation here with the calculator, but here's the thing. You can click PayPal or WAP. WAP will add a small fee. PayPal doesn't. Okay, and this includes the full gold level VIP package with everything. Now you can actually go to a spreadsheet on this link here, and that gives you full history. And you can see here, now we can increase the position size on your account if you wish, up to 2 times. I recommend no more than that. Here's the results on, this is both the Telegram signals and the gold bot. 1 times, copying the same position size more or less per month, you can see here, and we can increase it up to 2 times risk per month if you want. You need a 0 spread account, and if you come back to this page, you'll see a link to our Fusion markets. Click that. There's other benefits with Fusion as well. Look, you can get a free TradingView subscription, and you can send a referral link out, and they will pay you very well for referring them, right? So this is 2 weeks only. Here's the link to PayPal and WAP in here on the Gold Fusion page, or the gold bot page. Join us, guys, and enjoy the success that we're having. Become part of this. It's an incredible opportunity. With that, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.